Access to information is a basic human right, which becomes the greatest challenge to the people who are visually impaired simply because of insufficient literature being created. In today's story, we meet Shani Swart, a visually impaired woman who is working for a company that is empowering people who are much like herself.
I was born at 6.5 months and got too much oxygen in the incubator. It's a very common condition for that time period. So it's basically my retinas are damaged. I have no vision in my right eye, and my left one I can basically see light and dark, bright colors. I actually worked for the Pioneer School first. I was on basically their switchboard, and they actually needed someone here, so I just applied for the job. They needed someone who could do maths and science and things like that, sort of more technical Braille proofreading. And I got the job, and really I've been so privileged, actually.
The production of Braille literature is a very time-consuming process and a very expensive process, and we need resources to be able to put enough literature in a format for the visually impaired where it should be accessible for them and to contribute to their studies and to their learning or education.
Textile graphics are images that use raised surfaces so that visually impaired people can feel them. They are used to convey information such as maps, paintings, graphs and diagrams. APSA supports the training of the 2 textile graphic designers working at Pioneer Printers.
Part of our strategy is job creation and skills development. And here at Pioneer Printers, that is exactly what they are trying to do. They have a big need in training up people in the tactile graphics department. They have a big shortage there, and we looked at that application and we thought that we would like to be a partner with them. There's a lot of funding that goes into actually training people in this function, and so hence I decided to partner with them.
Oor die algemeen Braille is natuurlijk belangrik vir die geletterdheid van blinde mense. En dan my sketse bied net 'n aanvulling, veral met wiskunde, waar dit baie belangrik is, veral op skool. En natuurskykende en aan die kaarte gee die visueel gestremdes net meer toegang tot inligting wat gewoonlik nie daar was vir hulle nie.
Textile graphics are vital for graphic-heavy subjects such as maths, geography and physical science. The conversion of pictures to a visual form means that visually impaired learners are not at a disadvantage but have full access to all the content they need to do well.
Iyanceda kakhulu le graphic kaloku uba ibingekho bendizokwazi ufunda ithi 10, 20, 30 njalo, kodwa andisoze ndikwazi uyibona lena iqala apha igqibe apha, kodwa ngoku ndiyakwazi uyiva ngeminwe yam ndithi iqala apha ngo-12 igqibe apha ngo-50. It also helps me in an exam situation, because if I had to write my matric paper, everybody else gets graphics and I would have to skip graphical questions, and that would mean I would lose very many marks. So having these graphics helps me to make up many marks I would have lost.
Ke xa ndiyenza le graphics ke yakwazi namba indike picture kwenza uba ndikwazi uba uvumelana nabantwana baseklasini babuze uba inje okanye yenziwa kanjani, because nakwi-computer seyenza ii-graphics zethu. So ndikwazi ke ngokuba une-clear picture uba yenziwa njani, and izokwazi undinceda ngenye imini xa ndisebenzayo ngaphandle.
I'm planning to study through UNISA next year, and all the study material come electronically. So in that regard, it's easy. I sent in my textbooks beforehand, and Pioneer Printers brailled it for me, and the other information my lecturers put on that time audio tapes were still used.
Grafieke help my, want alle siende mense werk met die meeste van hulle data werk hulle van grafieke af, en die feit dat dit gebreileer word vir ons maak dit net vir ons soveel makliker om te kan sien wat hulle doen.
APSA has an imperative to get involved so that children visually impaired and blind or otherwise, they deserve that opportunity to also have a chance at learning. And it's only an honor and a pleasure for us to make a small contribution in the lives of these beneficiaries, ultimately children, so they can also become contributors to the economy, finding careers as for other children, and become upstanding citizens of this country.
If I want to maybe go for another job one day, it's definitely skills that I have learned that I never thought I would have, but I definitely did. Talking, speaking, things that you never think you would actually acquire, but while doing a job, you automatically acquire some other skills with that.
Having access to Braille literature gave Shani an opportunity to be literate, which in turn empowered her to access as many career opportunities as she possibly could. She realized very early on that having a disability does not disable her. And this story is testament to the fact that the human spirit can overcome just about anything. Would like to hear from you. Please tweet us at Kaelo Stories.